I can't take him anywhere.
That's why we sit right here in front of this camera.
So someone wrote in and said they're a sex educator, and they're also, good job, and they're also going through a lot of transition about their sexuality right now. So they're not feeling connected, they're not having a lot of sex, and they're wondering, is it authentic and in alignment to give advice about sexuality?
When you're not getting laid?
Right.
Absolutely. There are a lot of sex educators out there, folks, that are not getting laid. Just like the rest of the world. It's okay. You're modeling being human, too.
Yeah. This is Reid Mahalko from readaboutsex.com.
This is Cathy Vartuli from the intimacydojo.com.
Yeah, and as long as your advice is valid, and it's, if you're giving advice that doesn't work in general, then you shouldn't be doing it. But if your advice and your teachings are valid, even if you're having a dry spell, you can still help people.
And I understand that it's my belief, and the belief of a lot of geeks around business that Cathy and I hang out with, that we're in this interesting phase now where we don't actually want our experts and our mentors to be perfect. We want our experts and our mentors to be human. And so being fallible, let's say that means you're a sex educator who can't get laid, you being transparent about that actually helps people trust you more. Because you're actually showing them that you're like them. You're a human being as well. You don't have to be the guru who never makes a mistake.
Yeah, and actually, this time can be a great time to if you really notice what you're feeling, it puts you in the head of your clients. So you can say, "Hey, I do understand. I went through this time. I was doubting." And people do doubt when they're not being sexual. People start saying, "Am I desirable? Am I worthwhile? Am I?" Like all those doubts come up. So all the doubts that you're feeling about your business and your expression in the world, they're feeling about themselves and their lives.
Yeah, and you're just normalizing that there are things like dry spells, or you were somebody who, let's say, from the question, like I'm making this up. I don't know if this is real for the question. Let's say that you were a BDSM and kink educator, and now for you and your own sexuality, like you're kind of moving out of the kink and the BDSM world. So what do I teach now? I was known, this was my brand for so long, but now I'm shifting over to here. And what's great about that is, depending on if this is congruent for you, like you can teach what it's like
to transition,
to have things shift.
Yeah.
And to be like, here I am noticing that I'm not really into kink and BDSM right now. And here's how I'm grappling with it. And, if you have similar situations, here are the tools that I think might help you. And so you can actually, just by modeling who you are, you can open up whole other solutions for other people that might be going through similar things.
There's all kinds of target markets, too, for people that are going through those changes. Women that are going through menopause, people that are going through sex changes, people that are divorcing. They're all experiencing a change in how they experience sex in the world. And I think it was Brendan Burchard who said the best guide is someone who's a half step or a step ahead of you. Because someone that's already at the top of the mountain, their light is not going to help you at all. Their path, they're not showing you the individual path. You don't have to be all the way at the end of the solution. You just have to be able to be a step or two ahead of the people you're helping.
Cool. Leave your questions and ideas below on these kinds of things. And if you're a sex educator or workshop facilitator or healer or somebody who's a sex positive entrepreneur or teacher, put your questions below as well, because we love answering these kind of questions too.
We do.
Bye.
Good job.